Pay attention, you bastards.
Man, we back at it again, man, and this has to stop. This has to stop. There's been too many stories like this. So, Jody Joe, what's the girl name again?
Angela Yuramova.
Angela
like
Yuramova. If y'all have not heard the story, Angela Yuramova has staged a sexual assault, saying that this guy, right, this random dude, she just random dude. She
Pretty
said
much.
that he pretty much sexual assaulted her, right? And she only got 45 days in jail, right? And I see this happen so many times. I see women come out of nowhere, make allegations up, right? Just make a story up, boom. And there's never any repercussions. Now, finally, repercussions is happening. You get 45 days, that's something. But 45 days to me is wow. Because if he would have been found guilty for whatever reason, even if he didn't do it, how much time he would have got?
About 15.
15, 20 years.
Maybe more.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is why I wanted to do this story, because I'm like, I don't understand how somebody can make up a story, be found guilty of making up a story, and it's just 45 days.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's 45 days is, I mean, this woman, number one, is said that he raped her in a parking lot of a grocery store. And she was kidnapped too. She threw the kidnapping in there. So she said, I'm raped. I was kidnapped in the parking lot. And he spent 31 days in prison, right? He was already, like, you already know. Sometimes you go to jail for certain things. You might not make it. Some people, they ain't feeling that rapist in there. That's how you get, you know what I'm saying? You get sliced up. You know what I'm saying? You get filled up playing around. You might, he lucky. He lucky he left with his life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but let's even go deeper on that. See, a lot of people don't know, right? And you kind of hear the stories, but a lot of people don't know that if you are that in jail, like it's an automatic green light on you. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Automatic. So the reason why it's so crazy that these people are only getting 45 days or a lot of times getting nothing. If you put somebody in jail, you're pretty much paying for them, not paying for them, but you're pretty much putting a green light on them. You're putting them in a position to get killed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Off of just allegations, off of I want to make the story up, or I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like for whatever reason.
It wasn't even. Yeah, listen, Dre. This wasn't even. It wasn't nothing, nobody she knew. It was nobody she told stop to once or twice. It wasn't, she don't even know. It was just a made up, straight up, total lie. You know what I mean? And the police started seeing her inconsistencies in her story. And so she has so many holes in it. It looked like Swiss cheese. And so now, so they kept, basically interrogating her, running it over again. Hey, why don't you repeat? How did this happen? How did that happen? Okay. Oh, okay. You were kidnapped. Where did it take you to? All that kind of stuff. And so she wasn't remembering her lies to the point where they drilled her so much to where she was like, all right, I'm lying. It was all made up. Right. Yeah. All made up. In the meantime, he in jail praying. He knowing it. He's like, wait a minute. I wasn't even, what are you talking about? Like, could you imagine the mindset? If somebody's saying you did something so heinous like that, kidnap and rape, you like, you got me on the news. Hold up. Like, and you lying, and now you sitting there, you like, I'm praying that somebody believe me. I'm praying that the prosecutors or the defense team or whoever, somebody say, wait a minute, this don't look right. Let's really dig. Because you know how many people in jail falsely accused of all kind of different stuff, murder, rape, whatever. I can't imagine. We see that all the time. People getting out after 30, 40 years. They done lost their whole life. They went to jail in their 20s and they 65. You're like, damn. You can't,
My cousin hit one of my cousins in Chicago. He he actually beat a murder case, but he was in jail I think for like 10, 12 years, and he was falsely accused. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's
he
10, 12 years.
yeah, 10, 12 years gone. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
10, 12 years gone.
Yeah,
Like imagine, like, dude, you don't know what they don't understand, like how you would be living in jail in a little small cell, and your sink and your toilet is. I mean, your sink might be your toilet might be your sink. Who knows? But I'm just saying, you know, you in there and living under those type of circumstances, and your life is always every second is at risk in there. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
But look what you're missing out on. But look, the problem is what kind of system, you know, to get past the shit that people do. Because if you do something to somebody harm or you know, if you put yourself on a woman and that it is not and that's not invited, hey man, you get your ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? They should lock your ass up. You know what I'm saying? That's unacceptable. But I'm looking at a system that was gonna throw him in jail. Where I get it, you know, but she told a lie and got 45. Like that's like a slap on the hand. That's like, oh, you ran, yo, okay, this is your third red light you ran. No, you just almost sent somebody.
Yeah. You
You know
just
what
put
I mean?
somebody's life in danger. You messed up his opportunities for work or whatever it may be, because of course,
Yeah,
who wants to, you know, have that person working for them? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Who wants to hire that person after
Mhm.
even if you was falsely accused, right? Who wants to hire
Right.
that person after, right? So
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Then just you putting the name out there, now everybody's still looking at you funny, even though you wasn't convicted, right? They're still looking at you.
Even he was absolutely innocent. It was totally made up. He still got that cloud where he walked and they're like, hey, that guy looks familiar. Or your coworkers or your family or friends, they'd be like, hey, what happened? You know, and he's like, dude, that was a total false. I don't know what, you know, thank God it was it was so false and so unbelievable. He probably will have some redemption where it's like, man, the people are more like, man, we're so sorry that happened to you. But it could have went the other way where people are like, yeah, she lied, but still, I don't want nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Um, Things like that happen. You know what I mean?
For real.
But what's up with the judge? What's up with the judicial system? The judicial system to turn around and be like 45 days,
Yeah.
you know,
Was
or even some months. I'm like, that should have
he a
been a
black dude?
mandatory at least 3 years, 4 or 5 years.
He was a black dude.
It did. I didn't see the name or the face at this particular article I was looking at,
Yeah.
and I didn't
Sure.
dig into that. But guess,
I'm
yeah,
sure he was
I
a
don't know.
black.
I hope not.
It's because and I'm not even trying to be that guy, but it's just real shit where it's always
Yeah,
stories, you know what I'm saying, of that happening, right? And it's like a
yeah,
judge would be like, well, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Like the judge, like,
yeah,
all right, give her 45 days. You know,
yeah,
she was, you know, she was wrong. Give her 45 days. But it's like
yeah.
you, what's
Absolutely.
the
And
so 45 days for pretty much almost taking this man's life. Whether
yeah,
you took it physically, you did, or you put him in
right,
a position for his life to be taken, because once he got in that jail, the light is on him. You know what I'm saying?
right,
They
right.
read paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna happen
Oh,
like
she
that.
talked.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm looking at this, and you know, I'm trying to, as you talking, I'm trying to look up the New York Post. I'm trying to look at, you know, credible articles. This said that, yeah, he basically, this 41-year-old man attacked her from behind outside of Redner's supermarket on April 16th. She was cooking up this story. Smacked her, pulled her pants down, smacked her, leaving a bruise on her face. I just don't understand what made her just come out the box with the fakeness in the first place. This picture here, I think he might be white. I'm not sure, but she said he was giving her weird looks. So he was giving her. This is Bucks County District Attorney. So I think this is Philly somewhere or whatever. But Man, this happens all over all the time. We got to do better. We got to do better, man.
Oh, we got to do better, and we'll keep this one short. But this is a
Yeah,
this is a topic that I definitely want to touch on because you see this happen time and time again, where
right,
women will make up allegations, right? No difference from what with the Jay-Z situation, right? Oh, Jay-Z
mm,
did this to me. It's a money grab, right? Again, I don't know
right,
if this is necessarily a money grab, but at the end of the day, you see people make up things all the time for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And nothing happens. The girl that
right.
made the thing about Jay-Z, what happened to
Yeah,
her? Nothing. It went away. So you put it
went
out there,
away.
oh, he did this to me when I was 13 years old. This man got kids. This man got businesses. This man got a family. This man is a icon. You know what I'm saying? So you can throw that on his name, right? And
Yeah.
even though he wasn't found guilty of that, it's still on
Mm,
his name. It's on his jacket, right? So I wanted to really touch on this because we see this happen all the time. And for her to get 45 days, to me, that's kind of a joke. Judges like, oh, I don't really care here. Just
yeah,
give her some,
yeah.
just give her something so they feel like we care.
Yeah, they said that mental illness may play a part in it, and she maybe could be mental. But and listen, this is not to say I don't care when a crime like that happened. You could have done it 20, 10 years ago. If you did it, I don't care when it was. It ain't no expiration on bullshit. I think anybody should be held responsible. If you got away with murder or rape for 15 years, all of a sudden the police knock on your door. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're 80 years old with 100 kids. You got to pay. And people do change, but guess what? You still got to pay for things. You do stuff. But when you telling me you just take a person and you just ruin and to try to destroy that life with it ain't no merit to your, ain't no cause, ain't no truth to nothing. You just lying on somebody, whether it's money or mental illness or anything like that. The system should start. I think definitely the system should start mandatory. And if you lie, you come into court and you knowingly tell a lie that costs somebody else their freedom for however long, it should be a mandatory sentence. Of something make these people stop playing around trying to get money.
Yep, I believe.
People trying to get money or people trying to get attention. That will shut that down real quick. Because
And
if
let
we
us,
catch you in the lie, it's
yeah,
time.
and let us know what y'all think in the comments, right? Do you think this should come with something? Should it be a mandatory sentence of X amount of years, X amount of months, or whatever it may be for stuff like this? Because it happens all the time, but we never see anything come from it. 45
Right,
days is a slap on the wrist compared to what that man would have got. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
definitely let us know in the comments. As always, we appreciate the love and the support. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, make sure you share and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Right? Appreciate y'all, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Yeah, stay kind and humble. Peace.